Yo, 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 what's going on? What's going on? You back on with
Yo,
your boys at the Winners House Podcast, and the Super Bowl has just ended. Let's give it up for the NFL season, fellas. Let's give it up for the NFL season,
man,
fellas.
I don't know if I can
Give it
cap
up.
that
Let's
shit
give
up.
it up. Not the Super Bowl, but the but the but the season. But the season. Let's give it up for the season as
Yeah,
it
we'll
is
give it up
now
for the season. You know
finished.
what I'm saying?
The season is now finished. Let's give it up for the season.
I hate this time
But
of year.
y'all know why we here. Yeah, you hate this
Yeah,
time of the year.
this a tough time of the year for us, man.
It is, man. We got like what about 6 months without 7 months without football? Pretty
We
much.
Yeah.
got about 4 or 5.
Yeah, pretty much.
Get that
So
out. Come
fellas,
on, bro. In the
uh,
middle.
we got
The
special
Daniels is
guests.
gonna let us.
Yeah.
God damn, bro. Go home, man.
Fellas,
Go
the
home.
Super Bowl has just ended. The Eagles have beat the Chiefs 40 to
Go home.
22. Fellas, this was not the outcome that we wanted, but this is the destination and path we have taken. We are here now, fellas. So, what's your first thoughts of the game, fellas? Wayne, start it off.
Yeah, man. Boring. It was horrible. I'm not. I'm. It's only boring because the Eagles came to do what they came to do, and they dominated that whole game. And I
Right.
didn't expect the Chiefs to not show up at all. You know, I thought it was going to be actually like 40 to 20 something, but I didn't think it was going to be the 20 something being scored in the fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought it would have been just
In the second half, huh?
yeah, in the second.
I ain't think it was
20
gonna
in the
be nothing
second
like
half.
that. Fuck no.
I didn't think they
What
wasn't
you
going to
think,
show
Woo? Just
up.
jump in there.
Man,
Woo,
it
what
ain't
you
really
think?
much to say about what we thought it was, man. It was straight belt to ass. That's what it was, man.
You
From
motherfuckers
beginning to end. I mean, like, you would have thought fucking Kansas City was in the Super Bowl for the first time. The way they looked like they weren't prepared and shit. Like they
For
have
real,
no
bro.
answer for that pass rush, which we've
They had
all
no answer.
known. Matter of fact, like we talked about it the last podcast, like they gonna just send forward because they can.
Right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying? And
right.
all they're gonna do on the back end is just play that zone, play that match coverage, keep passing the receivers off and shit, and it look like everybody's double team out there. But they ain't have no quick game for it. They ain't run the ball for real like that. Like they ain't have no answer for what the Phillies defense was gonna put out there. And then on the other side of the ball, it was just basically
It,
what we saw all season. You know what I'm saying? Either you
they
try to
wet the
stop
bed.
Saquon
They
and
wet the bed.
Saquon put work to you, or you end up stopping Saquon, and then everybody that kept saying that Jalen Hurts can't pass the ball ends up showing you that he can fucking still pass the ball. Like you ain't got to be a top 10 quarterback to throw the fucking AJ Brown and Devontae Smith. So I don't know why niggas keep hating on this nigga like he has to be that special, which he still was that special though. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
I,
right,
Like
right.
He was putting them in the bucket. There was a
he got
couple passes
MVP,
that
right?
was still a little iffy, but I mean for the most part, he was giving them that smoke, man. Like you can't
Right,
do nothing
right.
except for give the Eagles their credit, their due. Because I
Yep,
mean, they did what they were supposed to do, and they
they
did
did.
exactly what we thought they were going to do. They put pressure to them,
Right.
and fucking Chiefs
And
act
just
like
the
they're not prepared at all.
I can.
pile on top of what you said, Wood, is about the pressure up front. Crazy stat, right? That the Eagles didn't blitz all night. So
Not a single
their
time.
whole pressure came from the up front, like the guys
Yeah,
up
so
front.
like
They had no
I wish.
pressure, they had lots of pressure, but no blitzes.
They blitz one.
Yeah, I
They
wish you
did
had
blitz
access
once.
to
They didn't
guess what
blitz
that
not one time.
They
stat
did
was because
blitz.
I would have told you
They
that.
blitz one time. They
They
blitz
didn't
one
blitz one
time.
time. Patrick Mahomes, 21 to 32 attempts, 257 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
and two
Jalen
interceptions.
Hurts, 17 for 22 attempts, 221 passing yards, 1 interception, 3 total touchdowns. Saquon Barkley, 25 carries, 57 yards, 0 touchdowns. Devontae Smith, the Eagles' leading receiver, 4 receptions, 69 yards, 1 touchdown. A.J. Brown, next up, 3 receptions, 43 yards, 1 touchdown. On the other side of the ball, you had Xavier Worthy, 8 receptions, 157 yards. Most of it in the second half. 2 touchdowns. Your boy Travis Kelce, 4 receptions, 39 yards, 0 touchdowns. To top it off, the Eagles had 6 sacks, 2 interceptions. Josh Sweat and Milton Williams both had 2 sacks apiece. Cooper DeJean, 1 interception for a touchdown.
Hey,
Belt ass.
Josh.
A perfect defensive performance, Wayne. What you think, Wayne?
Hey, I couldn't have drew it up no better myself. Even though the Eagles played a great defensive game, the fact that they still handed the ball off to Saquon 25 times means that even though they had to respect it, so that's what made them have to throw the
And that's
ball.
what I love about coaches that can still run the ball even when that shit's not working.
That's right.
Cause
That's
you need to keep the fucking defense off, man. Like if you getting stuffed in the backfield on 3 out of your first 10 plays in the first quarter and shit, that doesn't mean the rest of the game you go away from the run and shit. Like
that's
you
right.
still pound that
I, I,
motherfucker. That it's like what the
right.
fuck is you doing?
I look at football matches like a boxing match. Like running the ball is like body shots.
Just keep jabbing
You
them.
need those body shots, then you can take the head. Big passing play. I look at it
Yeah,
just like boxing.
I feel like another thing was I don't think Andy Reid was calling good plays or was even calling the plays. I didn't see a
It
wide
definitely
receiver
That's what
wasn't.
I'm
screen.
saying.
It
Like
definitely wasn't.
there was
I
no
know.
quick game. There was no answer for the shit. Like
He
No
definitely was
extension of
thrown
the
out of
run.
the scheme. The
They
offensive
didn't know
scheme was
who to
not
run the
there.
ball with.
hey,
DeHaan,
you know what that shit looked like for a second? That shit looked
Well,
like classic EB for Washington. Didn't run the ball and want to keep throwing these deep ass pass routes and shit instead of doing
Hold
the
up.
quick game and
Hey,
shit,
Woody.
bro.
Hey, Woody, hold up. You said they ran the Eric
the
Bieniemy,
enemy
They
the
offense.
they
Bieniemy,
ran the
they ran the
EB
Eric.
offense. What the fuck are you doing offense? That's what they
They ran the
ran.
EB.
That's
They ran the
exactly what
Eric
they ran.
Bieniemy offense.
They
That's what they
ran the
ran
what the
tonight.
fuck are you doing offense. They don't run the ball. They don't run the ball, and then they
They
send this
ran the
nigga on
Eric
5-step
Bieniemy.
dropbacks, 7-step dropbacks on the offensive line that ain't holding up for shit.
It kind of looked like the Bears with Mitch Trubisky.
in the Super Bowl.
Get that quick game going, man. What the fuck is you
This
doing?
was like
Quick game and run the ball, play action, do
they
something.
got
But
them
you
explosive
keep
wide
dropping this
receivers.
nigga back on 5-step dropbacks and shit. Like, come on, man.
Where was the
Right.
screens? Andy Reid is the screen king. I
Well,
remember
Andy
one
Reid
game.
he was thrown out. He was thrown out of his offensive scheme. He couldn't really get nothing
Now,
going. They couldn't get the
now,
run going.
granted, there
You
was
can't get the
still some
run going.
passes that Mahomes was throwing in the dirt though. Like
Yeah,
fucking Kelsey was up
He
there
had
acting
to.
like he was
He
getting
had
frustrated
to.
with
That
himself and
shit was getting
shit. But it's
picked
like you
off.
can't get frustrated with yourself when the pass is in
He
the dirt,
had
man.
to. Those plays he threw in the dirt was going to be interceptions. He had to.
Yeah, nah, I'm just saying, like it was just some it was a
so
lot of
hold
just
on, y'all.
off kilter
It
passes.
was.
Matter
I
of
got a
fact,
question.
there was one interception he threw that was behind was it Worthy that was coming across the middle and shit, and he threw it behind him and shit that ended up being an interception. Like he had some bad throws in this game. He was
So
just off.
let me ask y'all a question. Sometimes I feel like Mahomes, the throws be bad. Sometimes anyway, he just happen to get there. You know what I'm saying? Like Kelsey happens to get open. They did a great
Oh
job
yeah, no,
of.
that's always been his play. He's always been an erratic quarterback. That's what makes him good. But there's still in this game, like
I feel
it
like
wasn't even
they
like
played into
an
that.
erratic
You know what I'm
quarterback. He
saying?
just threw back completely bad passes. Like there was 2
Yeah.
passes where he threw right at the defender and shit. Like
Right.
what are you looking at?
Right.
What I'm
Right.
saying is,
Well, fellas, go
I
ahead, Wayne.
think they played into the fact that he rolls out a lot, and it was like, let's get him out the pocket and get him to throw back across his body, which he usually does. And they played
Right.
into that. He's going to do that. Let's just be in the right spot.
Well,
And
Wayne, Wooders, I'm gonna say I can speak for all 3 of us that we are happy that Jahan Dawson touchdown pass did not count. But I
Slim
got a couple.
oh my god,
I
bro.
got a
Don't
couple
yeah.
notes.
Pass on. Go on, keep going.
I got a
Don't
couple
get me
notes.
started.
I got a couple
Fuck
notes I've
no.
written down about the game as I was watching it.
Fucking Jahan Dawson.
Jahan Dawson. I'm so glad that touchdown pass was not called. But here we go.
I
So
was happy
the
for
Chiefs
sure.
had 12 comeback games this season. The Eagles were 12-1 when leading by halftime. Chiefs 23 total yards at the half, 2 interceptions. Um, the commercials were terrible. Kendrick Lamar halftime show was mid. I felt like Drake would have did a lot better. Drake would have killed it. Patrick Mahomes was uncomfortable all night. Kansas City receivers were just not getting open. The first touchdown came with 34 seconds left in the third quarter for the Chiefs, and that's just uncharacteristic of that football team. It was just a hard game to watch. If you were a Chiefs fan, please check up on your Chiefs fans. Check up on people who bet on the Chiefs, who parlays are too shit right now. Check up on your loved ones right now.